Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Tesla weekly video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. So we've got some numbers out of China, out of Europe, especially for the month of July, the sales numbers. Some good, some less good, but we already known about that. Some big countries in Europe year over year not doing that well, but the other smaller ones are picking up the pace. And in China, actually things are, well, doing better than expected. We also need to talk about the ongoing, yes, still ongoing scruffle, is that a word I can use? Ongoing issues with the Delaware judge. Yes, it's not over. That story is still not over and will probably still take quite a long time until we actually get a final result. I'm also going to make a second video. If you watch Farzad's latest video with Larry and Hans talking about the Elon brand or the Tesla brand, has it been damaged, yes or no? I want to share my thoughts on that in a separate video if you're interested in that. It's going to be a pretty balanced one. Despite being a big Elon fan, a big Tesla fan, I'm invested in Tesla as well. I want to talk about both sides because, yes, I do think that the brand has been damaged, at least a little bit. But on the flip side, I do also think that, well, things needed to change. But more on that in another specific video. If you enjoy this type of videos, by the way, we're less than 1,000 subscribers away from 50,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for all the support. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later, but please unsubscribe after we've reached 100,000. Whenever that will happen, I don't know. Hopefully sooner rather than later. So thank you very much for all the support. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description or in the pinned comment with the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. So let's start with the Tesla weekly insured numbers. That number came in at 13,500. So we're still continuing that positive start of the quarter. The first month of the quarter was also a pretty good one. But overall, year to date, we're still down 1.8%. But I mean, we started this year a bit better, let's say. But then there was a whole negative sentiment around Tesla China, around China specifically. But overall, I mean, 2024 could be looking like a good year-ish. Flat year, maybe, but as long as we're not down 5% or so, I mean, I think we're still good despite all the macroeconomic clown show that is happening right now. We can see here that the first month of the quarter is one of the best ones in recent memory. Is it because of the recent 0% financing? Maybe. Is it because of the, well, import-export rules for Europe? Maybe as well, but I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind Tesla growing now more and more in China. We also got the Tesla Shanghai wholesale number that came in at 74,117. Now, overall, production was very, very low. I think we can admit that production has been low. Wholesale number is low-ish as well, but we've seen these levels before. Inventory has come down a lot, so maybe they're preparing something, maybe a refresh Model Y, maybe, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. But inventory is back to, I think, 3 days of inventory, which is really, really not that much. We also got two breaking news here. One, Tesla China founded Tesla Insurance Brokerage, and Tom Zhu became CEO and chairman of the board of directors. Another good business for Tesla in China that can grow and generate millions and millions in revenue, if not more. We also got some news for the Tesla Megapack factory in Shanghai. So according to the news, the basic foundation skeleton construction is almost done. So things are moving quite quickly there. And if we can take the example of the existing Megapack factory outside of China, we know that this is going to be a money printing machine. Now, going back to the Tesla sales, more specifically back in Europe and more specifically in Belgium. So this is one of the countries where year over year, they're doing much better. For the month of July, the number was 1,088 and it had 3.4% market share. As for France, this is the other example, weakness this year. The number for the month of July was 1,780 Tesla sales and 1.4% market share. As for Norway, where BEV adoption is at 91.9%, here a bit weaker, but then again, Norway is almost fully EV. So in July, 457 Tesla sales and a 7.1% market share. As for the Netherlands, a bit like Belgium, year over year much better. For the month of July, that number came in at 1,180 Tesla sales and 4.4% market share. I'm still waiting to see the Germany and the UK numbers, Australia as well, since those are big markets. I guess this will be in the next week's videos, but overall you will see the smaller countries have a better year-over-year performance. Fortunately, well, unfortunately, Germany, UK, not that much. Incentives aren't there anymore as well. Plus Germany, well, the economy is relying on the big car makers there, Volkswagen, Mercedes, Audi, etc., etc. So yeah, there is a sort of lobby slash mafia going on there. So we'll see what happens. Giga Berlin still exists, so hopefully that becomes a big export hub for all the other countries in Europe. Yes, I do think that they regret building that factory in Berlin, but okay, we'll see what happens in the future. Tesla account on X posted that for every 5 seconds they welcome a new drive unit into the world. I believe Elon reposted it and said one day they will make one each second. But he did not say in the next 2 weeks. So it could be in the next who knows when. As for the Tesla Cybertruck, this is something we discussed last week, but this is now confirmed by the Cybertruck account. So there is a first prototype Cybertruck with in-house dry cathode 4680 cells, making it an all-dry electrode vehicle. This is the Cybertruck, nice color there as well. And there is also here a nice little Corvette. I wonder who's driving a Corvette here at Tesla. But yeah, overall, big announcements. Now, Elon said here this is a major breakthrough. Now, why is that? Well, wrote here a couple of points. Significantly lower production cost, about 15 to 13%, due to the reduced steps and equipment. Much smaller factories required, leading to lower operational costs and environmental impact. Substantial energy savings compared to traditional wet methods, more eco-friendly process due to reduced waste and energy consumption, and it could lead to higher battery density and increased range, although that is yet to be confirmed. So of course, if Tesla is successful in ramping up this process, then one, they'll become even more competitive in pricing, which will make their vehicles more desirable since you're getting a better vehicle for a cheaper price, which could pressure the competition to lower their prices as well. But since they are not as profitable as Tesla, it's going to cause some issues. Now, of course, the competition can try and do it themselves, but I would assume that it will take them more time than Tesla. So this is another step in the right direction where Tesla could be dominating for years and years to come. Now, of course, as I will discuss in the next video, you might say, but people don't care. If it's more expensive, then they'll buy something else just so they don't buy a Tesla. Okay, those are people with extra money, let's be honest. Because people that really need a car will look for the best car for the best price, no matter who's the CEO of the company, right? I'm not going to the supermarket to buy cereal or whatnot and look, this CEO cereal maker, serial killer, cereal. It's a good joke. Anyways, I'm not looking for, oh, is he on the left, is he on the right? No, I don't care. Is it a good cereal? Is it a good price? Thank you, I'm buying it. So yeah, there is that. But that's for the next video. Let's switch over to the judge, the Delaware court, the ruling, everything that's happening right now. This is a Bloomberg article that was shared by Tesla Burma Mama on X. So Musk makes final pitch to judge who blocked record pay deal. So she highlighted here a couple of things. The Tesla lawyer is called David Ross. So when we read here, Ross is the lawyer. So under questioning from the judge, Ross acknowledged an investor vote has never been used to affect a post-trial ruling under Delaware law. The judge has no legal obligation to recognize the vote, but she can consider it. If she sticks with her earlier decision, Musk, Tesla CEO, can finally appeal the decision to the Delaware Supreme Court. The real question is whether shareholders can ratify breaches of legal duties by directors after a judge has called them out after a trial. That's what the judge said, signaling her skepticism of arguments made by Musk and Tesla. The judge isn't expected to rule on the relevance of the shareholder vote until later this year. The ruling also will include her decision on a request by Tornetta's lawyer to have their legal fees for winning the case paid with $7 billion in Tesla stock. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get an answer anytime soon. This thing will drag on for a long time. And to be honest, it's a broken system. Moving on to the last thing here, Elon Musk posted something about the Tesla supercomputer. So he said, just did a walkthrough of the Tesla supercompute cluster at Giga Texas, aka Cortex. This will be around 100,000 H100, H200 with massive storage for video training of FSD and Optimus. Great work by the Tesla team. Now, of course, we know and we've spoken about the investment in AI, in compute, billions and billions of dollars in spending from a lot of companies, but we've talked about the fact that what's the return on investment? Plenty of companies are investing quite a lot, but are yet to monetize it. And even if they will monetize it, it will take years and years until you actually see a return on investment. With Tesla, it's about the same thing, but they can actually see effects way sooner because it's training things that exist already right now. FSD, believe it or not, is a real thing. The data that each car collects makes the overall model, makes the overall system smarter and better. Then you can upsell FSD. Not everybody has FSD, right? Because most people don't know it exists. Some people think it doesn't work, so you're not buying it. But Tesla can monetize and can see a return on investment way quicker than most other tech companies. Plus, it's not only good for the cars, but it can also go for the robot. Now, as you know, I don't think we're going to see the robot work anytime soon, but next year in the factory, the next 2-3 years outside the factory, let's see how fast this thing develop, because to be honest, things are moving extremely quickly. So you never know. Anyways, last thing here, the graph. 3 red candles, big red candles. Of course, one of them is because of the earnings report and earnings call. But then the next one, the last one, is because of the overall market, the broader economy, no rate cuts, and now we're seeing some cracks in the economy. So we get that big red candle. Now, the positive thing here is that, well, it does seem like it hit rebound above that 200-day moving average, which sits at $204.8. So hopefully we can stay above that. We can also try and not get back under the downtrend line. And if that happens, then maybe we should be looking at $180 or so. Will that happen? I don't know. But certainly right now, not just Tesla, but plenty of other tech companies, semiconductor companies have taken a hit in the last couple of weeks. To be honest, after the strong start of the year for most of the market, maybe a little sell-off was due. So that's about it for this video. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.